Welcome to the elections of the 2021 class officers. Hi, my name's Audrey Brown, and currently I'm a sophomore at Lower Merion High School, and I'm planning on being a junior class officer. I'm hardworking, charismatic, high energy, and an intelligent student, and I have big plans and ideas for when I'm in office. A few of many include raising money for our grade, for proms, formals, etc., growing school spirit, and even organizing community service opportunities. Vote for me if you want 2 more of the best years of your life. Make Lower Merion great again. Go class of 2021.
Thanks, Audrey. Hi, everyone. My name is Emily Shang, and to those of you who don't know me, I was one of your class officers this past year. Just to summarize all that's happened this year, this past year summed up to be a pretty decent one in terms of funding and prom planning. In terms of funding, we made around $2,000 this year from a very successful spirit wear sale, as well as an unprecedented school-wide dance. The school-wide dance was especially successful as we were able to cover all the food we needed with donations and charge tickets at a lower price for everyone. This sum is considerably large compared to what we made our freshman year and will be going to our deposit for a venue at prom. Speaking of prom, I and my fellow co-officers personally looked at many places for our prom this year. A deposit is due on a place by the end of this year, and we looked at many places such as the Fuge in Warminster, Mulan in Philadelphia, as well as the Please Touch Museum. Looking ahead, I am really excited about our class's future endeavors. Next year is a huge year of planning and excitement, including senior shirts, prom planning and funding, as well as the winter junior formal. Just like this year, we're going to be promoting fundraisers and sales like the Spirit Wear sale and Krispy Kreme sales vigorously, making sure people show up and attend. Also, in terms of planning and funding the prom, it's a very long-term project. Our officers have been planning this since as early as freshman year, but our goal is to make the ticket prices as low as possible and plan an awesome junior formal for you guys next year. You guys may recall that we put together a committee for the Spirit Hallway during Radnor Week. Similarly, I want to give you guys more input on this upcoming formal planning so that you can allow your voice to be heard at your winter formal. Not only does this mean a committee, but also voting in terms of a theme and venue, so everyone gets a say. The same goes for senior shirts. You want you guys to design them, you guys to vote for the best shirt so that we can appease everyone and have an awesome junior year. I think that's the ultimate goal, and I'd be honored if you'd vote for me as one of your class officers so that you can get your voice heard. Thank you.
Thanks, Emily. My name is Jackie Muniz, and I'm running for class officer. Just to tell you a little about myself, I'm a member of Build On, Student Council, and SAGE, and hopefully next year I will be serving as your class officer. I understand how busy you all are outside of school, and I don't think school should be a burden on students. As a class officer, I promise to advocate for your interest and make school a welcoming environment for all of us. During freshman year, I served as a class officer, and that year we had lots of successful fundraisers such as t-shirt sales, Parents' Night Out, and a Krispy Kreme fundraiser. This year, I personally felt as though our class was lacking in school spirit and enjoyable fundraisers, and I want to do more next year. I want our junior formal to be a memorable time for all of our class, and I promise if elected, I will listen to your suggestions and make it a great time for all of us. Also next year, I want to expand our fundraisers for our class so we can ultimately have an amazing senior year, an affordable prom, and other fun senior class activities. Some of my fundraising ideas include a penny drive, movie nights, and a color run. This past year, I raised $5,000 in 5 months for my Build On track. My experience with fundraising makes me an asset for the officer team. I'm a very dedicated person, and I will work hard with the other officers to plan events and more opportunities to fundraise. I'm organized and diligent, and I will make sure all of our ideas are well thought out and well planned for. I want you all to look back on high school as a time in your life where you had fun and thrived, and I know I can help you all with that as a class officer. So vote for me, Jackie Muniz, for an unforgettable junior year. Thank you.
Thank you, Jackie. Throughout this school year, working as your class officer has proved to be a rewarding experience for myself and our class. I ran promising you that I'd work with my fellow officers to organize fundraisers that students were genuinely interested in and would make the process of saving up for prom fun. This year we were able to do that with our fall semi-formal, spirit wear sales, and working with restaurants like Panera and Chipotle. Due to your enthusiasm, the success of those fundraisers has allowed us to start visiting exciting prom locations. Last year's election was also in the wake of the Enough National School Walkout, where over 500 Lower Merion High School students walked out of class to protest Congress's inaction to enforce common sense gun control. This was a student-run protest organized by my peers and I swear to use my position as officer to continue providing opportunities for students to speak up on issues that matter to them. Through setting up voter registration booths at football games and planning letter-writing sessions to reach out to our representatives, the voice of the Lower Merion student body has been amplified. If you vote for me, Mimi Halpern, I will continue to listen to that voice to ensure that you see the changes that you want within school, that we plan a great prom, and have more enjoyable fundraisers to get there. Thank you.
Class of 2021, we are at a point in our high school journey, and we need to make an important decision. Next year, we need to exceed expectations. We need to come in with a strong agenda, a plan of action, and ideas that will raise funds that we truly need. Today's the day that you decide how your input will impact our agenda for the rest of our high school experience. I can foreshadow and highlight how we can and will do better together. Good afternoon, class of 2021. My name is Elliot Ginsberg, and I'm running to represent you, the dedicated students of LM. I have fulfilled one campaign promise after another with your ideas and suggestions in mind. I've upheld my campaign promises by raising thousands of dollars for you. I can promise that I will work harder than ever to deliver more of what you want. Starting with better class of 2021 merchandise, including hoodies and t-shirts with a logo that you have a voice in selecting. As a class officer, I will expand our use of social media among various platforms, create polls to solicit your opinions and ideas, and lastly, establish a committee for our prom, so you finally have a voice. I would work with the school administration to schedule and hold the best junior formal you could ever imagine. Through the use of polls, you would be able to vote on what theme you want, music suggestions, DJ suggestions, and other ideas that will give you a voice that you deserve, especially in our prom. My fellow peers, I have the ideas and I have the agenda. All I need now is your vote. So remember, you can get it done with Ginsberg. This is our time.
Hi everybody, my name is Carmen Chang. Why would I be a good class officer? Well, number one, I have a lot of ideas. I will dedicate myself to raising money for prom. I don't think any of you want to host it in the cafeteria, which I will make sure does not happen. I have plenty of ideas for fundraising, such as holding an event like a fair for elementary students. There will be a low admission fee and a food stand. We can open up a snack stand after school for athletes, players, and other club members who will not be back home until 6. Oftentimes, the vending machine is empty or the cafeteria is closed. I think we could also do a bigger push to sell more clothing pieces on the online store. If we change the design and the pieces of clothing options, it will attract more buyers. Number two, I am willing to listen to what everybody has to say. Now that everyone is in high school, we all have better things to do than to attend some lame school event. But what if it wasn't lame? What if everybody got to decide and agree on what school events we hosted? We could send a survey asking everybody to rank what they would like to do to fundraise and what they would personally attend. I think we would have a higher attendance that way. I have a lot of ideas and I will be motivated to help our class. Vote for me.